right, everybody. Welcome back to the Purple Podcast. This is your host, Austin. I hope you're doing well tonight. It is a Tuesday night. I don't know if we've recorded on a Tuesday night before, guys. What do you think? Have we? Is this the first time?
I feel like there was one day we either did a Tuesday or a Wednesday. But
I think
maybe
this
is the first.
This is our first Tuesday, guys.
Yeah, well, one way or the other,
Okay.
we are recording on a Tuesday night tonight. Last time we recorded was a Saturday morning, so it feels like we didn't even leave the booth, and I'm like kind of thinking, God, I've had enough of these fucking guys. Oh, I already cussed during 2 minutes in.
Oh, boom.
Demonetized.
Hey, you already blew it.
Demonetized.
You already blew it.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Damn it.
Hey, man.
That's okay. That's okay. But it's good to be back. We got a fun one for you. This is Mike's pick this week.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're doing...
How's that feel, Dad? No more complaining, right?
Hey, no complaints about this. Well, there might be a few complaints. You know how I am.
Yeah. So we did the Nice Guys last week, set in 1978. So we decided, let's take a trip to 1978 ourselves, fellas. We're doing Superman from 1978, starring Christopher Reeve as Clark Kent, Kal-El, Superman, Margot Kidder as Lois Lane. Yeah, there you go. My bad, guys. Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, Marlon Brando as Jor-El. Another big one, a notable one, I guess, side role, Ned Beatty as Otis. Louisville native, as you mentioned last week, Mike.
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah. So, let's get into it, fellas. Let's go back to 1978. Mike, what were you doing in 1978? Mike's moment in time.
Guys, love this.
Hey.
Guys, I was actually a teenager. And in 1978, in Louisville, we had a snowstorm. We had a 20-plus inch snowstorm that kept kids. I was out of school, I remember, for almost 2 weeks.
When I was looking up current events, it seemed like there were a lot of like ice storms in like the Northeast and around the Great Lakes that were actually really deadly. Like
This
over
one,
100
Austin,
people died. It
this
must have
one
been that
it
year.
shut everything down.
Wow.
So yeah, we were out of school for I know we were out a week plus. How about that? Guys, Saturday Night Fever was huge.
Massive. Bee Gees. Andy Gibb had a big year.
Thank you. I was going to say the Bee Gees I think the charts, and Austin will talk more about it, but the charts, the top 4 songs, 3 of the 4 were Bee Gees.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. Guys, the number one, you know me, I love cars. The number one selling car, Griffin, what was it?
Oh, I have no
Toyota
idea.
Camry.
Was it you mentioned the Pinto on the Nice Guys.
Believe it or not, it was a car you guys probably never even heard of. How about an Oldsmobile Cutlass? Is that crazy?
Don't know that one.
No, you don't know that one.
No, I don't.
And then last but not least for me, and then Austin, you can jump in, the Yankees won.
The Yankees did win.
Oh,
I was looking at a roster.
it was a heartbreaker.
They beat the Dodgers.
I was about to say, did you not like the Yankees then as well?
Griffin, I was a Dodgers fan, and the Dodgers, guys, the Dodgers for the National League All-Star game, and you, Austin, you can look this up later and call me out, but the Dodgers, I think every position on the field when they started the game was the Los Angeles Dodgers. They were that good. They even had my favorite pitcher was named Andy Messersmith. He pitched. So it was the coolest thing ever. They had the entire Dodgers team out there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And the Yankees got the best of them. What was it? Let's see. 4-2. So didn't even take 7.
No,
beat them in 6.
It wasn't. And the Yankees, they were good. I mean, they had Reggie Jackson.
That's the only name I recognize. And Yogi Berra was a manager, I believe.
Yes.
So
they brought Yogi Berra in. I think Yogi was actually brought in from the Mets to do that. So yeah, there's one on Netflix about Yogi Berra. If you all ever want to watch it, it's a fantastic show about just how unique of a man he was. The quotes go on forever. He's got some great quotes.
Yeah. Well, all right. The movie came out December 15th of 1978. So this was Christmas time. Mike, you know what you got for Christmas in 1978?
No, I do not. But I'm sure there was something with Superman on it at the time. We probably got sheets for our bed. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, Superman, guys.
Maybe some underwear.
Always got underwear and t-shirts, guys.
Yeah. Lumps of coal.
Yeah, and probably a lump of coal. But this movie, guys, you all see. What was it we were talking about before we started was just the beginning. It takes like 6 minutes just to roll the credits for this thing.
Yeah, we had to boost up a little bit before even starting, didn't we, Austin?
Yeah. With good reason. Some nice old animations on there, like a PowerPoint slide change at this point in time. But yeah, John Williams' score, another classic. That guy is the best there's ever been, no doubt. John Williams. No doubt. We've already covered a few of his. We did Jaws. Did he do Goonies? Was Goonies his score? I know they used Superman the sound when Sloth comes out. He maybe he didn't then, but Richard Donner is the connector there for sure in terms of the director.
So you got it.
I liked Dad, you had us read, there was some article, like 25 things you got to know about the original Superman. And I thought it was funny. They were saying that when Richard Donner first heard John Williams' score, apparently while they were doing takes of it or something, he ruined the first take because as it had started or as it was going, he went, "Genius!" And just, he was enjoying it so much he messed it up. But I got a kick out of that. I thought that'd be really funny to see.
Yeah.
So,
and Griffin, on that note, there were so many actors that passed on being Superman.
This movie had a whole lot of stories to it, no doubt, with that element of who passed up on Superman, who didn't want to.
The directors. There was a bunch of Steven Spielberg passed.
A bunch of directors. He did. What was it? The Fifth Kind or the.
Yes.
Yeah. So that just came out. So revitalizing sci-fi, this movie, that one, and then also Star Wars right in this era just came out a year before this one did in 1977. Yeah. So let's hop into some more current. Oh, do you have something to say before we?
Well, I was going to ask, because I always like getting this perspective. Dad, can you give us a little glimpse into what was the culture like at this time? Because you're coming off of Star Wars, which, like Austin just said, is this tremendous sci-fi, icon. It's humongous. You can't even quantify it. And then you have this movie come out the next year, if I'm not mistaken, or was Star Wars 76?
77.
77. So you have this come out the year after. What was cinema like at the time? Was everyone talking about this movie? I mean, as I was watching it, I was seeing all of those effects. Were those blowing people's minds in the moment?
Griffin, and I think I said this a few weeks ago, but this was one, just like the Star Wars, that everyone wanted to see. Every kid was ready for this one. They're dragging their parents out, and the parents, my mom couldn't wait to see it. She loved Superman as a kid. Yeah. So she was excited. And then on top of that, guys, I told you at Showcase Cinema, we talked about Blockbuster. There were people all the way around the theater to get in. It was insane. If you didn't get into the first show, you know what you were doing? We'll take the next show and we go grab something to eat and get right back so we could see it.
Yeah. So were they just packed movie theaters when you were in there?
Griffin, you know how it is for the large cinemas now, where you go in and it's the IMAX, where it was twice as big as that. And it was packed. I mean, there wasn't a seat open. So you had to get in, get your seat, sit your butt down. Wasn't this where you're getting up? Oh, I'm going to go get popcorn. I'm going to get drinks. You had to sit your ass down in that seat because people were looking for seats. It was, I'm kidding you not. When I say standing room only, it might have been standing room only for this. We went the first day. This was awesome. We couldn't wait.
Yeah, it was a big one. It was, at the time, I think the highest budget to produce a movie ever. $55 million is what it cost to produce the movie, with Marlon Brando really sucking up.
I was about to say, was Brando about half of that, Austin?
Yeah, that asshole. Greedy bastard.
The thing is, guys, yes, he's every bit of that. He's an arrogant so-and-so. Yeah. But he gave so much credit and what's the word I'm looking for? Just again, that was on all the billboards was Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Marlon
It's a
Brando's
name.
in this movie.
It's a name to have.
It's the name you had to have him.
It's the first name on the credits, if I'm not mistaken.
He is
absolutely
a film legend. And isn't that funny?
It was the validity of it. It's like, hey, this thing's for real. Well, Marlon Brando's put his name to it.
That's a really good point you make there, Griffin, because not Superman. It's Marlon Brando and Gene Hackman before you even get Christopher Reeve. So I think that's a really interesting to consider in terms of like the star power they tried to set this up with, like your dad was saying, they had a tough time filling Superman. People turned it down. I know Paul Newman turned down every role.
Robert Redford. Yeah. The list went on and on and on that they were asking for. They wanted to be in that role. Yeah. And they kept turning it down.
I'm assuming this was kind of unprecedented. So I think I read that even maybe Hackman had been offered the role, and he wouldn't do it because he thought it would be like, or maybe he was just nervous. He thought it would be kind of like illegitimizing to his career. Was that kind of the fear that these big time actors were like, I don't want to be dressed up and do this and look silly and
it's a skin tight suit.
Yeah, that's true.
And the other thing is hey, once you're Superman, you're labeled as Superman the rest of your career. And some of these guys were like, I don't want that. The Paul Newmans, the Robert Redfords, they were turning it down.
Yeah.
They asked, oh shoot, I just went brain dead. What's his name? Clint Eastwood. Good God.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
Also, Michael, is it Michael Cann? What's his name? The dad in Elf. He's also. Is it Michael? What's his name?
Oh my goodness! Oh, that's so bad. He was in The Godfather.
Yeah, The Godfather.
I'll look it up, boss.
Yeah. Okay.
James Caan.
Caan. That's what it is.
James Caan. Come on,
I knew Cann. That's fucking terrible. And what I say, Jim?
No, you're close.
Anyways, it's
you could tell.
This isn't the Purple Podcast if it wasn't me fucking something up here or there.
Oh well.
Let's hop into our current events, guys. Let's get this thing moving. In terms of the world at large, this was a big serial killer year. Both Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy.
He did it again.
Ted, we need to make this one of Austin's segments. This guy just gets off on talking about the murder.
He does. He
loves it.
Well, here's another one for you. The Jonestown Massacre. 918 members.
Oh, wow. That was the Kool-Aid, right?
That was the Kool-Aid. Weren't they wearing like Nike stuff and like jumpsuits? Yeah. Like it was a whole very weird.
What's funny is I actually don't even think it. I've read before that it wasn't actually Kool-Aid. It was some other like drink that basically is Kool-Aid, but it was something else. So that's interesting.
Nice. Other news, sports-wise, football. We had the Cowboys beating the Broncos. It's Roger Staubach.
Wow.
Yep. College football, Notre Dame beats Texas. Don't know anyone from that. Was that Notre Dame's last championship? I don't know when they were.
No, I think they won. I think they got one in the 80s also.
Yeah. You'd know better. Bullets defeat the Supersonics. With that,
the Bullets.
Guess who was on the Bullets?
That's crazy.
Wes Unseld.
Good call. There he is, Wes Unseld. And also Kevin Greavy, a Kentucky guy. I wouldn't have known that by name, but they did have their colleges labeled out. And he was on there. So
Kevin Greavy he was a fantastic basketball player.
How about that? The Cats.
I will say, come on.
The Duke Blue Devils, 94-88. Kyle Macy, Jack Givens, two names there.
Jack Givens ended up having like 41 points in that game, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We also, so I guess that's 2 weeks in a row now. I had my Cubs win one last week. I had my Cats win one this week. Hell yeah.
There you go.
Other than that, you got your Yankees and Dodgers. You already called that one out. Mike, Muhammad Ali wins a title himself. World Cup. Argentina defeats Netherlands 3-1. And finally, Affirmed wins the Triple Crown that year as well. Pop culture events. Larry King show begins. Charlie Chaplin's remains are stolen. And the Walkman is released by Sony.
Yeah. Wow.
How about that? Music news, we already touched on this a little bit. It was the year of the Bee Gees. You get Saturday Night Fever come out. which also included our boy John Travolta.
Absolutely. Love him.
We had Grease come out. Maybe not the Bee Gees there, but we had Grease come out, which is also our boy John Travolta.
The Bee Gees, I think they were involved in Grease too, by the way.
Probably so, because they were also involved in the Sgt. Pepper's movie,
yes,
which came out that year as well. And then also the Blues Brothers. So John Belushi and what's the other one's name? What's this guy?
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
There you go, guys. Saturday Night Live, fellas. So a nice year for music as well. Let's see what the Billboard Top 100 looked like that year. You got Shadow Dancing at number 1, Andy Gibb.
Andy Gibb.
Night Fever, Bee Gees. You Light My Life Up. You Light Up My Life, Debbie Boone.
Debbie
Don't know
Boone.
that one. Staying Alive, Bee Gees as well.
Bee
Kiss
Gees
You
again.
All Over, Exile, How Deep Is Your Love, Bee Gees. Love Is Thicker Than Water, Andy Gibb. See, they're just all over the place. 3 Times a Lady, The Commodores, Grease, Frankie Valli. There were a couple Grease songs that ended up in there as well.
Yeah.
The Olivia Newton, Hopelessly Devoted was on the list, but a
I
lot
think it's
of
Olivia Newton-John.
Olivia Newton-John. There you go, Mike or Griff. Hey, I can't even get your name right. And finally, guys, let's hop into our movies.
Look how happy he is. He loves it if you make a mistake. I've never seen anybody just look at him.
He's like a
Tongue's
shark.
hanging out.
He's like a
What
shark
an
with blood
ass.
in the water.
What an ass.
Speaking of sharks, Jaws 2 comes out this year, sitting at 6th in the domestic that year. Number 1 was Grease.
Nice.
Number 2, Animal House. Close Encounters of
Oh,
the Third.
Animal House came out this year. That's a good call.
Yes, sir. National Lampoon. They also started filming Life of Brian this year.
Oh.
Close.
This might have been, I think Sultans of Swing might have come out in 78, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not seeing it on this list, but I don't know, man. Shit just doesn't show up sometimes, too.
Yeah.
I'm not
Interesting.
I mean, they got Star Wars on here, I guess, because it was still registering at the box office.
Yeah,
they might have had a re-release or
It
something.
was just rolling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what
Absolutely.
happened. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. There's the full name. Saturday
Yeah,
Night
there you
Fever's
go.
on there. Superman sitting at 9th on that year. There was a Lord of the Rings movie that came out sitting at 10th. Don't know how that one is. It's like a cartoon
That does
version
not
or
ring
something.
a bell at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, all right, guys, that's it. We rambled them off. We rattled them on. Let's get into the movie. What I thought, this is my first time viewing the movie. I found initially that I was not in love with the movie. I think that is partially due to the fact of like maybe my lack of knowledge of the source material to an extent. And then also just kind of understanding what the movie was going for. You know, this movie is not at all based in any part of realism. You know, there are Marvel movies that are still superhero movies today that are based in a realistic world. This is a comic book world, and you have to kind of look through that lens to judge it appropriately, I think, because it is very goofy. But like when you think of it in the way that like this is a cartoon, Superman is this good to do guy that's he can't do anything wrong.
It's
right?
a comic book. I mean, it's a comic book.
It's a comic book movie. So when I watched it through the second time, you know, that some of those charms come up because there's real goofy shit. You got your 5-minute intro. It takes, you know, one thing I think that can't be, I guess maybe you can't apologize of is just the pacing of it. I think that's where the movie has its biggest issues because to begin the movie, you got 45 to an hour before you even become Superman, right? So you're seeing a lot of background, and I get that. And we got this little fucking kid's Willie, too. I thought that was maybe a little unnecessary. But it takes 45 or so minutes to get to the point where he turns into Superman. He goes to the Fortress of Solitude, turns into Superman in a 12 years time, apparently, but it happens in a minute. And then he's in New York, and then he's all, you know, within like a day saving the world. So like it takes forever to become Superman, and then everything that happens after it happens in like a day. And is that the first time Superman came out too? You know, it's like this is the first time they've ever seen him. It just happened then, and then just all of this happens within you know, a very quick period of time. And it's just a little goofy. Like the first time he starts saving people, you know, he saves the helicopter. Then he goes and gets the thief off a wall who's climbing up the building. Then after that, he gets the ones on the boat. Then he saves a cat from the tree. You know, it's all those things. And it's like, is this just one night? And then the next day, is that when Lex Luthor steals this bomb? Like it gets really, really quick at the end, I think. where it could have been.
I don't disagree with anything Austin's saying here. Watching it, I've seen this movie numerous times, guys. It's very slow. It's so slow in the beginning. They want to tell you all of this. They want to give you the history of Superman. He's from Krypton. His father, Jor-El. They want you to see all that. They want you to see that he ends up with Glenn Ford and his wife here. Yeah. And he's little boy. He's this cute little boy, and they're going to raise him right. Okay. You see the scene where Glenn Ford says, hey, you're showing off a little bit today. I mean, it just shows what a good man Glenn Ford is. He knows that there's more, that this kid is meant for a lot more than football, and that, and even, that's one of the better lines from the movie. But it is slow, Austin. And I agree that you feel like, here's Superman. Hey, we finally get to see this guy. And then it's boom, 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 boom. And then he's saving, he's doing all this. He's got this little romance or he's trying to get a little romance with Lois Lane. And then boom, he's off in a solitude it's kind of,
let me get this in here. I think the best way to describe the movie is messy. And, I'm going to take this is a review from Gene Siskel from Siskel and Ebert. And I think it really kind of perfectly describes what I'm seeing or kind of feel and felt with it. He says, the film is a delightful mess. Good performances, sloppy editing, cheap, non-flying special effects, funny dialogue. In sum, Superman is the kind of picture critics tear apart, but still say you ought to see it. It's real messy, and I don't think it's like a marvel to cinema, aside from maybe like John Williams' score and the casting of Christopher Reeve. I think it's just probably perfect. But it's a fun movie. And like I said, the second time viewing it around, when I kind of got the source material a bit more and understood what the movie was going for, a real kind of comic book feel, old-timey comic book feel, because this movie doesn't feel set in the 70s. It feels like it's back in like the 40s. And so I think it has that old comic book.
And Superman came out in 1938, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Griffin, you are correct. And look at the cars, guys. I mean, the cars are, 50s. I think this is in the 50s is what this is. Maybe the late 50s.
They even said that like at the time this was coming out, Superman's character had evolved to a point where he was like a news broadcaster and like popular. He wasn't just like a new journalist that hopped into the newsroom for the first time. So like it does jump back a little bit. But I actually like, as much as we say the pacing was, or I think the pacing was really fucky because it's so slow in the beginning and it gets so fast. There's parts of the beginning I really like.
You gotta love Marlon Brando. I mean,
people do not like Marlon Brando because of the way he says Krypton in this. Oh, so, Krypton.
Guys, to me,
that's not how you say it.
He was so regal. He's just so. I thought he was cool.
He's got a presence on screen that's powerful.
Absolutely. I was going to say, come on now. You could say a lot of things.
What a crazy thing to do as well. Like the free villains that we see at the very beginning. Those are the villains, the main villains of the second movie. So they tease you with that at the very beginning of the first movie, which is a crazy choice, but I guess less crazy when you consider that they knew going into it that they were making two movies and they were filming them simultaneously, but still just kind of a pretty insane choice. Another thing about the beginning I didn't care for all too much was like the little kid reading the comic book. That felt a little silly to me. Like the very start sounds like a Charlie Brown kid narrating or something. This was if the year was 19. Yeah, that was just
that was a little much. Yeah. I agree.
But I think.
Did you like anything of it, Austin? My God.
Yeah, I did. I thought I liked when it jumped to like younger Clark Kent. I thought those were funny. I like when he punts the football after he's pissed off. He just booms that thing. There's something about that scene that I just really liked. And then what
did you think when you? I just saw him running. When I first saw it, I was like, "What the hell?" It was crazy looking.
The running was silly.
It starts running, and then he jumps across the train. And, woohoo!
Yeah.
So I thought his haircut is horrible.
Austin, that is not a haircut.
They got a wig on him.
They've got a wig on him because they wanted him to look more like Christopher Reeve.
That's exactly. It looks like he's got a fucking.
Guys, let me just say this because Austin, he's right. You're right. But let me say this. Christopher Reeves saves this movie. He saves it. I mean, call it what you want, Griff. Christopher Reeves is, the kid's, he's 24 years old in this movie.
Oh my God. I didn't know that.
He looks like Adonis.
They wanted him to wear a muscle suit.
He didn't need it.
Well, he worked out.
Oh yeah, he worked out with a bodybuilder.
220.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he carries the movie. He's a good-looking guy, and he was new to the screen, and everybody was like, "Holy smokes! This is about Marlon Brando. This is about Gene Hackman, Ned Beatty, Margot Kidder, Valerie Perrine. All of these stars are in. Even Larry Hagman, for those of you over 50." Mr. J.R. Ewing, he's in the movie. John Ratzberger, I might be butchering his name, but he is actually from Cheers. He played the mailman, Cliff.
The fucking mail. Oh, and
Cheers.
I was about to say this movie. I was like,
no, he did not play the mailman in this movie. But guys, I just want to say that I think Christopher Reeves, he carries the movie. And this young man that plays the younger Clark Kent, I think you're right, Austin. Other than the hairdo, I struggled with that hair. We all knew something
maybe
wasn't
you like
right.
him because, they redubbed his voice over with Christopher Reeve's voice.
Yeah, that's true.
So all those guys' lines, it's just Christopher Reeve talking.
That's another one. That's shocking.
Let's hop into our categories, guys. Let's start.
Well, I want to get one little point on this.
Get in here.
Last thing I'll say, you mentioned the pacing because that was obviously something I noticed pretty immediately. It really reminds me of Jaws when we watched, and I actually really enjoyed a lot of the pacing, particularly at the front of the movie. Because as I kind of said when we watched Jaws, it makes it feel a little bit more realistic to me. Mm-hmm. There were just a few things where they really let it sit. They kind of held on the moment. I thought the moment where Superman was leaving home and his mom comes out and it's this big affair, they kind of gave her a shot or two more than you would have expected them to. And I actually really liked it. I liked how they were on Krypton and they showed Brando and the mom and the council and all of those things. I thought it just kind of let the story feel a bit more natural. Mm-hmm. And it was also cool to me because I think that's just a little bit of a feature of older filmmaking, I would have to say. And I actually really enjoy that compared to a lot of modern movies because, as I said then, a lot of these modern movies feel way too fast. And they kind of lose the plot for me because it's I just can't even believe any of it. So I would say that. And
Griffin, there's no cursing in this movie. None. It's not needed.
It's not going to come from Superman.
The dialogue, it's not needed. You got the most wholesome man ever in Christopher Reeves.
You shouldn't smoke those,
Yeah. I really liked Christopher Reeves.
I think my issue with the pacing, Griffin, is the contradiction. I think, you get I'm always one for backstory. I like reading books, I can do a little more story, but then it just jumps into hyper speed and just becomes a complete, it's the way it tells everything is completely different.
It's almost like they realized they didn't have that much time to play with. And it's God, we got to cram this back.
I read that from the script, it was over 500 pages for the first two.
Oh my
for
gosh.
the first two movies, and Dick Donner said, I guess you only need like 100 per movie, and it was 500 pages for two of them, but like that's still well over what it needed to be. So you can feel a bit of that where maybe they started off in a place where they were like, oh, we have all this that we're going to tell about his backstory. And then they're like, oh, fuck, we kind of got to get to the end of this one.
Did they say, is it Mario Puzo who wrote the screenplay?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
And he is from Godfather fame.
Godfather.
I don't know. Honestly, we might have to do one of those soon. I don't know if I've seen the first Godfather.
Griffin, they wanted Francis Ford Coppola to do this movie.
I mean, the first Godfather, though, is like a 3-hour movie. Am I wrong?
It's
I think
yes,
so.
It's up there, Griff. You guys will love that movie. We'll have to do that one.
Yeah, well, that's just my point. I just wanted to make sure that was kind of said, because I do think there are some really positive elements of that pace. And even like the bedroom scene with Clark Kent after his dad's dead and kind of looking out, and you see he's got his brain turning where he's like, I gotta leave. And the whole coming of age theme I thought was really kind of cool and powerful there too.
It felt a whole like Star Wars New Hope with Luke setting off on his journey as well. And then, Superman here goes to Hoth, which is a Star Wars reference. Whatever. Let's go into our categories, guys. Top 3
Let's do it.
Scenes.
We're rocking.
Mike, what's your favorite scene of this movie?
My favorite scene, I like the Lex Luthor scene. I like when they brought him in and he's
which one?
Tessmacher. Miss Tessmacher. I love that. But
which one? Like the first scene with him, like when Otis bumbles his way in.
Yes, that's a good one. But I like when he does. There's a quote that my daughter and I like. Ready Player One. If anyone's seen Ready Player One,
I think I have seen it.
That there's a line that's used in that, and I'm going to read it to you. Lex Luthor says, "Some people could read War and Peace and think it is a simple adventure story. Others can read the ingredients on the back of a chewing gum wrapper and unlock the secrets of the universe." I thought that was really cool. I like Lex Luthor. He gave us a villain. He gave us somebody to go, oh, well, we got this really, really wholesome, good man, Superman that wants to do all the right things, loves his mom, and then we've got this evil guy that he doesn't give a damn. He'll blow up California. He doesn't think anything of it. So
I didn't hate Lex Luthor, but I didn't feel that moved by anything he did. I didn't think Otis, I don't know. It felt like very cliche, a lot of them, but like maybe that's the that's the comic book element of it. Like everything.
Well,
is
you got to
so
think too,
cliche.
Austin. This movie,
there cliches.
As far as I know, that it wasn't as cliche because I don't think there was that much precedent.
Yeah,
like this was kind of establishing precedent.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't care for him too much in the role. Like,
and
I thought he was like very comedic.
Yeah,
a lot of his character to me was comedic.
Yeah. And guys, unlike the movies today where there's cursing, there's all the violence, they didn't have this is the 70s. This wasn't like that. This was a movie all kids came to see.
I wouldn't say that there wasn't movies like that, but this movie was never going to.
No, this movie is not going to go in that direction.
It is very youth friendly. This movie, there's no doubt to that. I think my thing with like there were little things like how Lex Luthor deduced that he needed kryptonite. How did he know a single thing about Batman? Like, where was he doing this research? Just little gripes like that like, that's where I think the movie, there's like little details in it that just really don't make any fucking sense. Like, as we mentioned, when Clark Kent goes to Hoth, as I said, and just throws the kryptonite into the ice and somehow a palace erupts out of it. There's just little silly things like that just...
Like, I was very confused by that. I was like, what is happening?
Where did that come from?
You know what? We don't know if that crystal was talking to him when he picks up this green crystal.
Well,
we don't know that.
It called him to the barn.
It did call him. So maybe there was something when he was in the barn that he knows what to do with this.
God, my dad is justifying it, isn't he?
And the other thing is he looks like I brought this with me. I don't know what to do with it. You know what? I'm gonna throw this out there.
My whole question is, why does Brando put that in like his little care package if it's freaking kryptonite and it accepts his power?
Griffin, that's not kryptonite. That crystal right there is not kryptonite.
I feel like
yeah, where the hell are you
look
all
at
getting
me.
well, it's green like it.
No, it's a green crystal.
I thought it was kryptonite. Oh, you thought the same thing, Austin?
No,
I thought that was kryptonite.
No, not at all. All that was hey, that sets up like for him where he's got this solitude where he can learn.
Fortress of solitude.
This is like college for him where he goes in.
I did like how in the pod you hear Brando's voice and he's talking to him the whole time, like
he's talking about Einstein
him.
and
let's talk about
it is forbidden.
Yeah, I mean Brando, Brando didn't do fucking shit in this movie. He did.
Hey,
hold up! You guys didn't even let me get to his point or my point. Brando didn't do shit in this movie. He was supposed to be in the second one, but then backed out because of contractual dispute. Didn't think he got enough money, and he had already made $10 million from the prior Superman. But his voice, his delivery, people shit on him for the Krypton, but that was something that, I don't know. There's something about his dialect and the way he's speaking and the tone that, I was really, really into. I really
Austin,
I really liked his line delivery.
It's just confidence, locked in.
Well, it was this,
it's just there.
This formal, almost prior generation dialect and delivery that just felt very regal and powerful, strong.
Jor-El. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. In terms of what he did on screen, it wasn't much for me, truthfully.
And honestly, that their white suits, it kind of took away from the picture. It almost seemed like it was like a grayish look.
There were some sci-fi things that they tried out that just, really show the movie's age. And you can look at it either from the way of, a realist that's like, oh God, this looks like fucking shit.
Well, they were really trying to be
charmed by it.
They were trying to be something different, something new. At the time, I can tell you this, as a kid, we were wild. We thought it was the coolest thing ever, guys.
Griff, favorite scenes, buddy. So Mike, you had, but which one of Lex Luthor do you like the most? Is it
I think it's where he's in that library, his library scene, and he gives that speech to Otis. Yeah, is the one I liked.
I do like his layer. His layers.
Oh wow,
his layer is really cool. He's got a pool down there.
Yeah,
it's like a old subway station.
Hey,
well, how could you live like this in the middle of the city?
On a Park Avenue address or whatever.
And I love the way he says Valerie Perrine's Miss Tessmacher.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I did like that.
He always had a different wig on, which is kind of interesting. They never really cover it until the end, and he's skull capped. And apparently, Gene Hackman wasn't going to shave his head for any role, so that's why he didn't. He wasn't bald the whole movie, I guess. And then at the end, that's when his wig looks the worst. Sorry,
it's horrible. Yeah, that's a horrible thing.
But yeah, Gene Hackman was wearing a wig throughout it.
Guys,
what an eccentric kind of guy, but I don't know. It was kind of it didn't feel fully fleshed out, his character, to me, I think is what it was.
All right, Griff, give us your thing.
I don't think there's another. Well, there are good scenes, of course, throughout the movie. To me, it was pretty obvious. It immediately struck me as, oh, that's my favorite scene. When he is going on the date with Lois.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the chemistry, the performances.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was just ravishing. It was amazing. I freaking loved it, man. Mm-hmm. I thought it was awesome. And I thought it was actually super mature, which cracked me up because there's this super kid-friendly kind of unrealistic niceness about everything. And then she's like, oh, how big are you?
Yeah, unless it's about
and it's like, what the fuck?
Unless it's about Lois and Superman fucking, then it's not kid friendly, you know?
It got super horny, dude. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And she's like,
what color
feeling
am I
all up on him? Oh, it got horny, man. But like, I won't lie. I was into it. I was like, wow, this is working, man. So
you're 6'4".
Oh my God.
How much do you weigh? You know,
no secret. She was not playing cool. No poker face from Lois.
No.
Well, dude, I thought that was crazy. I thought that the way that they portrayed Valerie was super sexualized, like the whole time. I mean, I just thought it was like almost hilarious how sexualized the characters were, given the rest of the tone of this movie.
You're talking about Miss Tessmacher.
Miss
Tessmacher.
That's that really bad scene where she fakes that she was in the car crash, and then the army men circle around her. That one's not happening today, guys.
Hey, Austin, the army man that came out, that's Larry Hackman. That's JR.
I wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have you do anything I wouldn't do.
Yeah, and you have to know the JR character. I laughed my tail off going, oh my God, Larry Hackman, he's going to be there and give her a breast exam. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh,
well,
God,
then Miss Tessmacher steals a kiss.
Yeah, she does. She does get
God.
A kiss from both Superman, doesn't she?
Guys, that was the best scene of the movie, though. I thought that was just outstanding. So, and I love Margot Kidder in this. I think she pulls off Lois Lane amazingly well. I love it. She's tenacious. She's fun. She's bold. And it's like this great little, you know, the relationship between her and Clark Kent I thought was great, because he's this timid, mild-mannered, you know, just a hunk of a dude, and it's, you know, her just kind of fawning over him, but also kind of being in her own lane. I ate it up.
What's great about the end of that scene too is Superman flies off, and then Clark Kent comes right back knocking at the door. You know, he couldn't get enough of it.
Hey, good point.
Yeah, that was great.
What about you, Oz? Let's hear your favorite scene.
My favorite scene, as I mentioned, I liked all the Kansas scenes. I really did. I thought those were pretty good. I would have liked to see more from Pa Kent. I believed in that guy. He seemed like a really nice Kansas father.
Glenn Ford did a great job.
Yeah, he was great. And Ma Kent was sweet as well. Didn't get as much from her, but hell, we didn't get a lot from Pa either. But really liked that. The sixth scene, so that was the one I was talking about there. Let's see what else here. The fourth scene, I like when Clark shows up to the newsroom for the first time and meets Lois. I was telling your dad before this that the scenes that I gravitated towards the most and that I wanted more of were always the ones with either Clark and Lois or Superman and Lois. Those were the best to me. I really, really liked the newsroom. I liked their editor. Yeah. I liked their editor, Mr. White.
That guy was funny, wasn't he?
I thought he was great. One of the best lines in the movie is, Lois, Clark Kent may seem like just a mild-mannered reporter, but listen, not only does he know how to treat his editor-in-chief with the proper respect, not only does he have a snappy, punchy prose style, but he is, in my 40 years in the business, the fastest typist I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
I like the I like the snappy prose style, and then obviously it's just like, well, I guess Superman would be a pretty fast typer, wouldn't he?
I like when he's cracking Clark's ass, and Clark's like, God, I got to get the hell out of here, because like whatever commotion's going on, you just hear him talking in the background. You gotta be doing all that shit. I thought that was funny too.
So Mr. White, and then also Jimmy Olsen, the little kid, the photographer, I guess the gopher is what we can probably call him in this. But I really liked Jimmy Olsen. I would have liked this movie more if it had, I guess if that was most of it, if it was just like Clark Kent in this kind of going into the office in the day and being Superman at night, which I think it is, but like already we've spent an hour getting into the story, but that's, I don't know. It's
you wanted to see more Superman and Lois than Clark Kent and Lois.
I liked that the most. And there's that whole intrigue of like, when is she going to find out? Which I put on Superman 2. I threw it on and I watched most of it. I think I was kind of, and maybe it's after I'd already watched this first one for the second time. So I was starting to kind of really, endear myself to these actors in their roles. Like I really like Christopher Reeve as Superman. I really like Lois, of course, her character as well. And where they gravitated towards was their relationship, and you get more of that in number 2, and kind of that understanding. And I think even the antagonist's a bit better because it is those 3 aliens, and they're a bigger threat to Earth than Lex Luthor was ever going to be. That goofy guy. I think they kind of make that a point that Lex Luthor, he thinks he's this big smart guy. He thinks he's the best criminal in the world, but he's just kind of like he's that villain kind of character who like Plankton, like what's his name, and Fairly Odd Parents, Crocker, just the laughable villain, or the kind of people kind of
like the Riddler.
Yeah, you see it all the time, just the goofballs in it. But my number one scene, I think the helicopter save. I think that's iconic. I think him saving Lois from the helicopter, that's just a great scene. I even got a little, I don't want to say wheezy, but I felt the scene a bit when they show her feet hanging over. I had a bit of that stage, or not stage fright, but height fright feeling when they show that. Right. And then he saves it. And then my number one line of the movie.
There it is. After
he picks her up. Easy, miss. I've got you. You've got me. Who's got you?
Yeah, that's real cute.
That's great. That's
well
amazing. And then, like I said, he goes into the montage, this super fucking heat check that Superman goes on, which I think is a bit crazy, but whatever. It's a Superman movie. This is our comic book guy. So he saves the helicopter. He toys with some criminals. He's a big, class pet in this. I've got him. Yeah. Take him away, sir. And then the cat rescue. And then he saves fucking Air Force One. The president's on that plane. He does this all in the same night. When he first comes out for the first time, it is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to go with that.
I will. It's later in the movie, but when he went under the freaking tectonic plates, when he went under the plates, I mean,
not sure that's how it would work.
Austin, hilarious. But when he was in that fire, what I was thinking the whole time is this is 1978.
Yeah.
And they're filming this. How are they reproducing this? It is a super striking visual when he's pushing that up and he's like glowing red, fiery hot. I mean, it was crazy looking. It was pretty sweet, if we're being honest.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, it is fucking crazy. There are parts where the effects make you laugh, and maybe that's part of the charm. One thing that I would kind of gripe about it, I think Star Wars feels a lot more realistic than this, though, and it's still pretty insane visuals that they're giving as well. I think it feels a little more. I think it feels better done than this. But like I said, going back to that comic book, it's a comic book. I mean, fuck. Lois is not recognizing that this is Superman just because he's wearing a pair of glasses and has size. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well,
right?
that's like the classic.
That's the joke.
The classic gripe, right? I mean, but you're exactly right, Austin. It is exaggerated. It's hyperbolic.
Yeah.
Exactly like what a comic book is. It tells the story through these very exaggerated movements. And if you can kind of lock into that just element and that charm, there's plenty to get. And again, like we're all saying, I mean, I just thought that Clark and Lois on screen were irresistible, man. Like,
yes,
I
agree.
I thought it was just
that's the best part.
Super endearing. What were the kids like, Dad, back in the day? Did everyone have the hots for Lois? Like, what was the thing going on?
Lois was it for a while, guys. Let me just say this. Guess where she ended up in what magazine?
Oh,
the bunny one?
Playboy.
The thing is, she's not like overtly like gorgeous or anything, like she's not like a stereotypical.
In Austin, they don't want her to look overtly gorgeous. They want her to look like a reporter, and they really downplay her. I think
she plays the role great.
She was an attractive woman, and Yes.
My major gripe, my biggest Griffin's gripe of the movie, the absolute worst part, and it's probably not even fucking close. Lois's poetry that just goes out when they're flying. When she just starts saying, "You make me feel da 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 da,"
where she's inner
monologue.
Yeah, monologue.
Oh my God! I was like,
that was kind of goofy.
Get this.
Well, Austin, did you read what my dad sent? Apparently, that was supposed to be a song.
Yeah,
they were saying you can sing those lines over the music.
Yeah, well, that fucking sucked. I thought that was so bad. It's like, please get this off. And the thing is, I say that with Lois. Here we go. We'll jump ahead. Being my favorite character of the movie.
Oh, wow.
She's my favorite character.
Nice.
Hop into some more characters. Mike, what do you got?
Oh, guys, if we're going to favorite characters, I've got to go with Christopher Reeves. I just, again, it's a shame his career was cut short. The guy, he really could act. He was we talked about Ryan Gosling being a face man. I mean, come on, this guy's a good looking guy. Is there
ever anybody that would, he is Superman, right? You think about Superman, that's the face you see. That's Superman.
Griffin, I think Henry is at Cavill. I think he does.
They've had some guys that look.
I think he looks the part. But I mean, if you put Christopher Reeve and Henry beside each other, I mean, Christopher Reeves is probably what they say 6'4". I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's a big guy. And I mean, he just looks like Superman. His manners, I just love this. He's got charm.
I think a big thing with Griffin and I's generation is we've gotten renditions of Superman, and there's been some that have been decent and well enough received, but there is nothing that's come close to sticking in any kind of meaningful way. Like you look at Spider-Man and the Spider-Mans we've gotten, you had the Tobey Maguire, and then people had a real tough time with Tom Holland kind of taking that over, but he's an amazing Spider-Man. He really is. And even Andrew Garfield, they've done all really well.
Well, dude,
there's been no Superman that stuck with us.
The animated like Spider-Verse Superman
Miles Morales.
or Spider-Man, that shit is so good.
Those are the best.
That first movie blew me away.
Have you seen the second?
I actually started watching it on a plane, I think, heading to Germany. I might have finished it.
I saw it in theaters.
I probably finished it.
I saw it in theaters.
Guys,
and just
Superman
oh, wow.
is Christopher Reeves.
Well,
is he the guy?
He's the guy.
I think so.
Oh, he's the guy.
Yeah. It's not a question.
He's the guy.
There's no question.
Again, the relationship that he had with Margot Kidder, you could tell they really cared for one another. I mean, she was several years older than him in this movie, and she probably took him under her wings, and it shows that there's something there. As Griffin said, and I don't know if I go with the fire that he was talking about, but there's a spark there that you can see. She's just got a real cute way about her in that when she's looking at him, you could tell she's got the hots for Superman. I have to agree there.
Well,
no doubt.
She doesn't. There's no.
She didn't hold back, does
there.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Who's your favorite character? Who's your favorite character?
Christopher Reeve.
Man,
Christopher Reeve's my favorite character.
Mine was definitely Christopher Reeve as well. Mine was, I just don't know if there's any way to get around that. Like, I think he was so much fun for me. I just enjoyed him on the screen so much. I loved his dialogue. Mm-hmm. And, even though he's a big goon in a lot of ways, like, I'm telling you, when he comes up as Superman, that dude is confident. That dude's with it, and he's fucking playing, dude.
Here's a question for you.
He's playing.
Here's a question for you guys who chose, Christopher Reeve. Do you prefer Clark Kent or do you prefer Superman? How about that?
Superman.
Yeah, I'm going with Superman. Although I
think I like Clark, guys.
Clark's cool.
Clark is cool. Man. he does the right thing. You know,
well,
I think
Clark is so cool because he's Superman. Maybe that's the qualifier. It's like because he's got this fucking thing that he could release if he really needs to, but he's playing it. He's playing it real down.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'm not gonna call favorite character, but maybe sixth man for me. Mm-hmm. Is it Ned Beatty?
Ned Beatty, Otis.
Dude, I thought Otis was hilarious. Oh. I thought he was such a goofball, but he was funny. Otis Land.
Otisburg. That's
Otisburg.
I thought that's his funniest part. Yeah. And I'll give you that.
He looks at him, he goes, Otisburg? What the hell is that? And he's like, I'll erase it. I thought that was so freaking funny. Yeah. Otisburg.
Yeah. I didn't subscribe too much to his character, but that part I did think was very funny. I thought
he was such a jackass, but I just thought it was it just cracked me up in like this kind of just slapstick way. I thought it was funny.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, part of me wants to be like, oh, Brando was my favorite, but it's like Brando had some cool stuff. And like you said, Dad, you kind of prefaced before we even watched this movie, you said, man, you guys are gonna see why Brando's the man. And I think that's obvious, but it's hard for me to go. I could pick Lois too, Austin, but if it's not Superman or Lois Lane, I don't, it'd be hard to pick anyone else for me.
In terms of main characters, who the hell is?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, well, I guess your dad could have said Lex if he really wanted to. My favorite character, we already did that, so we got all our characters out there. Six man, I got Pa Kent on the line here. I'm going to give him his love. Pa Kent.
Glenn Ford is a great actor.
I would have liked more of him. It's a shame that he went out that way. And they even say in the first scene when he starts working on the car, like, oh, you know what your doctor said about your heart.
Yeah. Actually, you knew something. You knew something bad. And gosh, he's such a lovable man. Yeah. Glenn Ford. He was in a lot of westerns, guys. And
he raised a good kid too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he did. Themes and things. Let's get moving. We're at 57 minutes, guys.
Themes and things
Go
for
ahead.
me. Man, I think for me, it's got to just be. I really do think this established a lot of superhero larger than life tropes, which I think is really, really something you got to give some credit to and you got to acknowledge.
American idealism.
American idealism, that's a great way to say it.
Yep.
I think this is just good old American, I'm sure people were just, foaming at the mouth for this back in the day. And I think it does it really well. I think it's enjoyable. I think another great theme for me could just be kind of the family unit. I think that's a huge part of this movie because you start on Krypton and you see Jor-El and his boy, and I'm going to give you everything. I thought that was some brilliant dialogue when he's actually kind of about to ship little Clark off. I thought that was really cool and just really well done. What did he say? It was something like I'm giving you
with you.
I'm literally giving you everything I can. And I thought that was really great. And then again, you see him with his ma and his pa, and you can tell they just love each other. Ma falls in love immediately.
Can you
with
send
that
half
little
of this
boy.
check back to Kansas?
Yeah, and I mean that what a great feel good moment. You're like, God, he's taking care of his mom, and they give that double hug. But when he says, "I'm going to have to leave," I thought it. Like you can't ask for much better than that. And yeah, it's hammed up. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit silly in the grand scheme, but it's pretty beautiful too. And it made you feel something good. So I think that kind of speaks for itself.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
You go for it, Mikey.
Guys, I want to add to that Marlon Brando scene, something that it told us is Marlon Brando and his wife, they knew it was coming. He could have left too. But what did he tell the council? I'm going to stay.
Neither me nor my wife will leave.
Neither me nor my wife will leave. It just showed that he was true to his convictions. you have to think a lot of him.
But he didn't say his son.
But he did not say his son.
Nope.
My theme, guys, is romance. This is a romance. This is a romantic movie, guys. There's
at its best, I think so.
Yeah. I really do think so. I think it's a romance. Thank you, Griff. I think
well done.
I think it's a romance, and guys, it's a hero story. And what do we want from our heroes? Again, guys, remember what was going on in the world at this time. You know, we saw the movie, The Nice Guys, smog, pollution, people fighting. We needed something to kind of bring America back again. And there's a, you guys said it already, but there's a USA almost chanting in the back of this. You just feel it. You know, USA, he's ours.
Well, he even says something about America, like he's there to protect. It is an American movie.
It's a rah-rah movie.
Red, white,
right.
White, but he's red.
But, you know, he doesn't lie. He does the right thing all the time. You know, he could have done the wrong.
They did hit on those ideals really hard.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So that's my theme, Sauce.
Okay. I'll run through my few here, guys.
Well done, Dad. That was great.
I agree. I got Score by John Williams.
Nice
no
call.
doubt, Oz.
I got The Way Marlon Brando says Krypton, his accent. Comic book feel, not realism in the slightest. So you got to kind of look through it through those lenses to really appreciate it, I think, a bit. Because you can be a cynic and destroy this movie. You can. You can. Lex Luthor's lair rocks.
Yeah.
Cigarettes, lung cancer, nerd alert. Just kryptonite as a concept, I think, is very cool. In that it's like this guy who is infallible having his one weakness. I think that's kryptonite is just a major, like there's a whole song about it, you know. It's a big concept.
Oh my, Austin, this is crazy. This is crazy, dude. When I was working out today, that freaking song played.
That's awesome.
I didn't even think about it. I haven't heard that song in months, at least.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That freaking song played today.
Yeah,
and it pumped me up, too. Every time if I go, you get pumped up. That's great.
And guys, everyone knows, hey, kryptonite's his weakness. Everyone knows that. I mean, everyone says that. So good, good point, Austin.
I was thinking... Guys, I was thinking about that. That is literally ingrained in our vernacular.
Exactly.
Oh, that's my kryptonite. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good call, Austin. Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, guys, I think a theme we gotta bring on, firstly, and let me make sure I don't screw this up.
Oh, look at him.
Firstly, you have to acknowledge.
He doesn't want us to call us out, Mike.
Let me say, here we go.
In a row.
Miss Tessmacher's tits. Woo! I think that is the theme of this movie.
Oh yeah, it is.
I think kind of subtle horniness is a theme of this movie. I mean,
fucking Christopher Reeve's cocking balls. You can see it through that damn fucking suit he's wearing.
Dude.
They show us little Superman's willy. Crazy motherfuckers. Dude, in the second movie, they show it again. They replay like the whole movie at the beginning, practically. They show the highlights, and they chose that scene to show. It's like, get this little kid's dick and balls off my screen. Oh, my God.
Do you want to see my dick?
God.
Dad, you can't tell me during some of those scenes, I was like flabbergasted. I was like, did this play?
Well, she backs on up into him too one time.
Yeah. I just couldn't believe some of the things she was saying.
Yeah, subtle or not so subtle.
Yeah, is Pink okay?
I love Pink.
Yeah. It was like, oh, God.
There's another
You know
one.
what? I think your all's mind is in the gutter. It's
now
the
horniest bastard in town.
Miss Tessmacher, by the way, everything that Valerie Perrine was in,
what your dad
she showed him. It's what she did. It's what she was
Dad, they
famous
had
for.
her jump in the water with a white shirt on.
Wet t-shirt contest. Yeah.
And guess what? You two were looking, right?
Of course.
Absolutely you were. We all were. Hey,
I'm looking at
welcome
to the schlong.
Welcome to the late 70s. This is what we did, okay?
Yeah. Very good.
And those were real, by the way.
My number one theme and thing is the love triangle. That's what it is. There's no way around it. It's what I gravitated towards the most. It's Superman. It's Clark. It's Lois. That's the thing. That's what does it for me.
Love triangle.
There's something about, Clark, not being able to get her. She's unreachable. But Superman, who is literally him, I guess what does that say though? Can we really we can't get behind those principles too much, but good guys never win, do they? But Superman's a good guy is the thing.
It's definitely kind of the same thing of like it has the comic book feel. It's the hero's journey, it's the big winner, he's the freaking man, and everyone can see themselves just a little bit, or they want to see themselves in Superman. Come on. Who doesn't want to be that freaking guy? And you're looking at him, you're like, God dang, like, who doesn't want to be Superman for a day?
I gotta bring this up is, when he finds Lois dead, it's not that crazy, but when he finds Lois dead, and the acting there it's pretty fucking hilarious. I mean, it's
when he loses his shit and he's like, ah!
It just flies. Oh my
dude, I thought he juiced that one up. When I watched, I was like, whoa. Okay.
That energy about blew through the screen. That was crazy. It's like, God damn. Like The Ring, Superman was about to fly through my fucking screen and punch me in the face. Oh God.
And guys, this movie was meant to watch in the theater because they had all the effects, like what we call what's it called now, the Dolby sound and all that. They had it just banging in there.
IMAX.
So the IMAX, they had it just banging in there in the theater in the 70s. So this was was a great movie to watch in the theaters just because of how loud. Yeah. And again, I agree with what you said. It was kind of a silly scene.
Yeah, guys, it was fun, but like it's hilarious.
Well, last thing I really want to talk about. So of course, Superman reverses course of the entire, present, of the entire course of time.
Yep.
He spins the world the other direction and reverses time.
Yeah.
Dad, when you guys saw that, did you think it was genius? Or were you guys like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen?
Even today, we all thought that was kind of silly. It was silly. And the other part of it is what happened to the rockets?
The rockets that he saved?
The rockets that actually caused everything to happen.
Well, theoretically, past tense Superman would have saved it. So there's another Superman too if you're going back in time.
God. Yeah, we're not smart enough to have this conversation.
It's a little. I thought, to answer your question, I thought it was a little much. I thought it was a little silly. Again, guys, we were so excited to see, hey, Superman hasn't been out in God knows. I mean, it was probably 20 years. We finally got him on the big screen. We got the guy that we want for Superman. We were excited, just like today, the Marvel movies that you guys watch, they're so stupid you can't even keep up with them.
Well,
people are dying and then they come back and
how glad were you to have Lois back alive? I'd say I was pretty happy about it, so I wouldn't complain too much.
Again, you knew he was going to do whatever it took.
All right, guys, we got to be quick.
It is forbidden. Still did.
Austin, we haven't done it yet. Are we going to do it?
We got two of them here.
Fire away. You got to do I've been waiting on this all night.
Is this movie better with Nicolas Cage?
Yes, sir.
And if so, what role?
Okay. Austin, I'll go first because I've been waiting for this.
Just make it quick. But
yeah, you got it. I think you got this. Dad.
Okay, guys. Nicolas Cage at his age now.
It doesn't matter.
Now, I think he's Jor-El. I would love.
Oh, he could have hammed up Jor-El.
Could you imagine?
What? No, guys. Nick Cage is Lex Luthor.
Griffin. When he's younger, he's Lex Luthor. Could you imagine him doing like Face Off and being Lex Luthor?
Oh my God, it'd be great.
Yeah, but I'm saying now, because I mean, he's as old as I am. He's 60, 61. Could you imagine him? I'm Jor-El. That would be great. I mean, I would pay good money to see that.
My number one is Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Lex.
The one I put underneath that was Jarrell.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are the two I had.
Minds think alike.
It would have been
there you go.
It'd be a whole lot of fun to see him as fucking Superman too, but I don't know if it's a better movie.
No, I don't think he could.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump ahead. This is a coffee movie.
That's the next
all the freaking way.
Really?
You're waking up on a good old Sunday morning. You're making your eggs. It's 1952. You got some damn toast going if they had toasters back then. I'm sure they did. Having fun. You got some butter on it. You're on the farm, and you're drinking coffee watching this movie on your black and white screen. You're loving it, man.
Griffin, this
is a coffee movie.
This is one, if I had you guys over and we had our big breakfast on Sundays like we like to do, this would be one that we're all sitting with our plates of, like you mentioned, the biscuits and the gravy and the sausage, just having a huge breakfast with our coffee. With our coffee. I think we would love this movie.
So you guys both are going coffee?
Yes, sir.
For sure.
I'm going to go wine. And with that, I'm going to have a wine and a cigarette. Fuck you, Superman. I don't care about your lung cancer. And you know what? I drink and fly, too. So I'm going with wine and a cigarette.
No, he did. Good for him.
Wow, there he is.
That was the way to wrap this up
Lois asks him for a glass of wine, and he says, no, thanks. I never drink when I fly.
Hey,
are you
he's the all-American boy. I mean, he's just
all-American boy.
That's what he is, guys.
Hopefully you don't get lung cancer.
You can't but love that man.
Oh, lung cancer? Don't tell me lung cancer. He goes, well, not yet at least. So I'm going to have myself a glass of wine, and I'm going to have myself a cigarette, and I'm going to laugh at the silly, goofy charm that Superman 1978 gives us.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to sell me. I can at least accept that, I think.
I got good points, brother. And my glass is
That's a good
gone.
point.
So
your
I'm
glass
going to finish
is
it up.
empty.
Clinkies, there's just a little bit left.
What did you drink tonight, Austin?
I'm still working on the Costco, but this one's a Chardonnay. We're almost done.
Is it a buttery Chardonnay? We got some butter in there?
It's buttery. It's not the best. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's got a little kind of oiliness to it. I guess there's some body there.
I like some oiliness.
It's all right. I don't think it's the best, and it's been in the fridge for a little bit now, so maybe not the best tasting experience, but I'm enjoying it. Hell, it's fucking gone. So what else can I say? But that was a fun one, guys. We're at an hour and 13, so we didn't go
not bad at all. I mean, it's a 2.5 hour movie.
Not
guys.
horrific, but probably more than we intended. But I think we had fun again, guys. I think we had a whole lot of fun again.
Oh yeah!
Look at Miss Tessmacher there.
Yeah.
All right, what is he doing? What is Lex doing in his lair? What a goofy guy! And that showed the one that's imprisoned. One of the girls in that. That's crazy. Nice little Easter egg. Anyways, you guys can't see the screen, but I had a whole lot of fun. Let me send it to Griff to say his goodbyes, and then you can pass it on over to Mike, and then Mike will pass the mic to me.
Guys, I'm loving it. Purple Podcast all the way. You already know we're kicking. We're having a good time. I'm really glad we got to do this on a Tuesday. I know that we needed to get it in. We're doing everything we can to make sure we do get it in. So that matters to me. I got next pick.
Right.
And I actually don't know what we're seeing yet, but we're going to the theater next week. We are getting back into the theater and we're watching a movie. We're watching a movie the way God intended us to. We're seeing it in the theater.
That's right.
So I'll figure out my pick here soon, but that's the plan, guys.
That's a fucking great idea, Griffin.
Griffin, I love that. I love going to nothing better. I think that's something that I instilled in you guys as kids. Like I said earlier, this movie was best seen at the movies. It was phenomenal. So in 1978, I think it's aged. I'll say that. But guys, I appreciate you two taking the time to watch an older movie like this. I know
it isn't even that old. We're going to go older.
This is a quirky one. Absolutely we are. But this was a little quirky. I'm glad there's some things that you really enjoyed about it, and appreciate y'all putting the time in it. Austin, as usual, thank you for having me tonight.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what Griffin picks. I got a pretty good idea. Hopefully the three of us can go together and see this one.
That would be good.
That would be
good. But this was a fun one. Superman 1978. Hadn't seen it before, so it's always good to do that. It's cross your T's and dot your I's. You got to be covering the classics like that. And to hear an amazing score like that, the one that you hear that all over the place, Kryptonite, as we mentioned, the impact that just this character. I mean, I guess it doesn't start in this movie, more so the comic, but this is the quintessential, or quintessential. There it is, not the P word. Quintessential Superman series. There's 4 of them. The last 2 suck, apparently. The first 2 seem decent. And like I said, I think I liked the second a little more when I was watching it. Anyways, guys, let's get on the hell out of here. If you're listening still, we love you. Thank you. Show us your support as much as you can. We truly do appreciate it. We're trying to give you some more of this. Hey, love hearing from you guys as well. So send your suggestions. I love hearing from you. We love hearing from you. But other than that, guys, let's get on out of here. Have a great, I guess it'll be Sunday when you're listening, maybe. So, just do the best wherever you are in the week. But anyways, guys, love you. Bye-bye.